Hello YouTube and welcome to my office. It's been almost 2 weeks I think since my previous video. That's a little longer than I want it to be. I want to make a video every week. Not so much because I've got a lot of things on my mind, even though I do, but most of what I want to say I never get around to saying. But the important thing for me is making the video and putting it up, and so that I can feel that I'm a part of the YouTube community. I tend to cut myself off from the world around me, or shall I put it, my world is shrinking. I have less and less contact with my friends, or maybe I should say the friends I have left, and that's not because we've fallen out or anything. It's just that I can't muster the energy to keep in contact or stay in touch and go visit them, go into town and have lunch with them. And I think that's one of the symptoms of my illness. I had a brief exchange of comments with Beard regarding depression and feeling bad, and that exchange made me want to do this video and talk about the shrinking of my world. I'm fully aware of it, but I don't like it nevertheless. Not because I'm suffering now from it. It's shrinking at the moment because I'm letting it. I don't want to stay in contact with people. Well, if I in the future feel like taking up contact again, I know it's going to be harder, or it's going to be hard to re-establish contact. And yet I just can't be bothered. Can't bother staying in touch with people. Can't be bothered going into town. But I can be bothered with or I am bothered with the YTPC. So your my not last, but you're an important part of my social network at the moment, and more so now than when I first started putting up videos. Yeah. when I was thinking about saying this, I was a lot more, you say, eloquent, well spoken in my head than I've been the last few minutes. But that's the way it is. I think I've gotten my point through, and yeah. Those of you who follow Beard, go visit him and send him some comments. I think he's, or I know he's going through a rough period at the moment, and he needs all the support he can get. But it hasn't all been depression and a shrinking world for me. Oh yeah, I have an example apart from not staying in contact with my friends of how my world is shrinking, and that's the websites I visit. 6 months ago, a year ago, I visited both Fox News and CNN News, as well as BBC and a couple of Irish news sites as well, in my attempt to keep up to date with what's going on in the world. But lately I've given up on the American news sites. It only gets me upset and stressed. And I'm not siding here. I'm not saying Trump's a moron or Pelosi is, but I know which side I'm on, and I'm not on Trump's side. I'm more of a liberal, but the split is so wide, and there's so much trash talking going on, and there's so much at stake, and still people just can't act as grown-ups. It sort of takes my hope for humanity away. So I've stopped visiting the US news sites, and I get my world news from BBC and other Swedish sources. Yeah. No, that wasn't it. Now everything that I was planning to say is slowly coming to me. Yet another example of how my world is shrinking is, as I mentioned with the news, I get stressed, but I get stressed by made up news as well, or not fake news, but fiction. Fiction can really stress me out. If it's a movie or TV series with a lot of uncertainty in it, and if it gets me involved, the stress reaction I get from a TV series is just as real as something I see on the news or something that actually happens to me. It's like my body can't differ between what's real and what's not real, and therefore I've begun trying to avoid that sort of stress, and that can be exemplified in me only reading books I've already read or seeing films I've already seen, so I know the plot and I know what's going to happen, and I won't be surprised, and there won't be any stress getting to me. And that's a pity, because I like movies. I used to like reading books. But at the moment I'm stuck with what I've got. Now I think I'm finally done what I wanted to say. And I'll do the housekeeping. One of my early ash pipes, one that I'm quite pleased with. It's small, almost a pocket pipe or a waistcoat pipe. But it smokes well, really well. And in it I've got some Cornell and Diehl, no, GLPs, jackknife plug. Not that it is a plug, in my opinion, but that's how they market it. It's it was a sort of a crumble cake, but I've ripped it all into shreds now, because it was all falling apart anyway. So I decided to just make a ready rub out of it. That hasn't taken any of the nice taste away. I've been smoking quite a lot of jackknife lately, chasing the taste from my first smoke of it. That was absolutely fantastic. It really blew my mind, and it's still good, but I can't seem to recreate or get back into get that first taste of it, and it's a bit annoying, but it's a really nice smoke anyway. What else can I tell you about tobacco and pipes? Yeah, I panicked a bit. Well, the last weekend I was out on the internet and saw some on some net forum. Yeah. People were complaining that how hard it was to get hold of Peterson tobaccos, and someone said that Peterson, or the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, who owns the Peterson brand when it comes to tobacco, they've decided to take away a lot of the Peterson tobaccos and just stick with a few, and no one seemed to know which ones were staying and which ones were going. And since Peterson's Irish Flake is one of my favorites, I got a bit nervous that it was going away. So I ordered some 3 tins, and that's not going to last me a lifetime, but it'll last me a while. I wish I could have afforded ordering more, but that's the financial circumstances. I mean, and yeah, I'm always envious. There are some YouTube presenters who keep ordering loads and loads of tobacco, building up a fantastic cellar. And I know that from time to time there's criticism that they're buying too much, they'll never have time to smoke it all. And I don't care for that critique. They've got the money and they've got the will. Let them shop till they drop. I'm just envious that I can't go on a shopping spree like that. I'd really like to have a big tobacco cellar, a huge tobacco cellar. I'm that kind of person. I suppose I'm a bit of a hoarder, and just the thing building a tobacco cellar would have a value of its own to me. So, and I do enjoy watching box openings. And once in a while I get a bit tired of them, but then I stay away for a while, and then it's all fun watching them again. This is the best jackknife I've smoked in a couple of weeks. It's not like the first time, but it's getting there. Yeah, I'll cut this short now. I have my coffee mug as a camera stand. That was the word I was looking for, camera stand. And I want to have some coffee now, so I'll stop the video. Thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye.